What you want to eat after this, Jew?
Honestly, I have no
What you
idea.
wanna
I'm
get
very
into?
hungry, though. I don't want fried chicken, though. That's all I have to say.
Definitely don't want fried chicken.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm
Howdy.
Nick,
I'm Julia.
and this is the After Hours podcast.
Yeah. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah.
All that fun stuff. Please ask us questions. At the beginning of every episode, we kind of do a segment where we just get together, answer these questions, either on our Instagram or email us, contact@jujuscoffee.com,
Yes.
and we will answer those questions for you.
This week, we just talked about first starting out in the Airstream, all of our events, kind of what we learned into closing here at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Lit. I'm excited for you guys to listen. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for tuning in.
Thanks.
Lit.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome
back.
Welcome back. This is
Welcome.
odd. It's like we haven't done this in like a month.
Because we haven't.
We haven't done this in like a month. We've lived a lot of life since then.
Yes.
Like 30 some odd days probably.
Probably more than that.
Probably
but
more than
it's
that.
been a while. But we're back.
Yeah.
We've made it.
We made
it's good
it.
to be back.
Sorry that we've been gone. Just a bunch of family stuff back and forth between here and Amarillo with both you and I. And also too, just kind of things changing here at the shop. Cool stuff like our 1 year anniversary or our 2 year anniversary here at the shop.
That's
happened.
crazy to say 2 years.
Yeah. Here at the shop, 5 years total since this whole process began. So technically our 5 year anniversary, but that happened. My birthday happened.
Big deal. He turned a quarter.
Big deal. I'm a quarter. Quarter here. Boom.
I five myself.
I got you, too.
Thank you.
And also, I've been starting my booktube. Y'all, I'm going to be a booktuber.
We do need male booktubers out here.
I'll be a booktuber.
I feel like there's a lot of females out here doing it.
Just
That
wait.
might just be my feed, but because I'm a girl.
Obviously, with everything going on in the world, the only call to peace is booktube from a dude.
But, right.
Yeah. So, anyways, what have I been reading, you ask? I've been reading all the Harry Potters. I've also been playing games a little bit more. I haven't played games in a long time.
Yeah.
I read books 1 and 2 so far. I just picked up the 3rd copy yesterday.
Nice.
And Julie, you just finished copy 1.
I did.
Or book
on
1.
Audible. Fantastic.
Fantastic. You like?
Love.
10 out
I'm
of
excited.
10?
Yeah. To my parents, I am not listening to it and I'm not reading it. They'll think that that's funny. My parents don't like Harry Potter, so. Anyways, I was never allowed to watch it or read it, so now I'm going to.
Hey,
I
look,
love it.
a new day has dawned. And
Well, their favorite person, not their favorite person, but they love one of my close friends. Her name is Chandler, and they love her. Anything that she does is not wrong. And she like snuck me around and let me watch them when we were in high school. So that makes this a lot better.
you're about to be grounded.
I know.
You're about to get grounded. Your dad's going to be like,
I don't think
Grounded.
my dad cares.
no.
My mom cares, though.
Do you think your parents have watched Harry Potter?
Never. But they do like Harry Potter Land or whatever you call it.
Like Universal?
Universal. Because it is really cool.
How do you not like Harry Potter Land?
Yeah, it's really dope. And butterbeer is gas.
Butterbeer's
good.
gas. You go to the bathroom and moaning Myrtle's in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You're going peeing. She's like, she's like crying while you're peeing. But don't go poop in that bathroom. Is that gruesome? Is that too much?
Next. What are you
Anyways.
drinking? No, I'm not.
I'm drinking a vanilla latte. It's kind of my classic go-to, what I used to drink like from any coffee shop until I usually just get cappuccinos now, but I don't know. I felt a little nostalgic.
Your
today.
old usual.
Yeah.
I'm drinking my current usual, which is just cold brew because it's 1,000 degrees outside.
And she'll get extra ice.
Yes. Duh.
Like mountain of ice and then drink, which is really hard to make. Like,
sorry to my baristas.
Like putting so much ice in there and then trying to put liquid on top, she makes a mess.
It does, but
hey, you like
it's
what
worth
you like.
the sacrifice.
I'm proud of you.
Preach.
But yeah, so we're finally back. I'm kind of excited to get back into the groove of everything. Don't really know what we're going to talk about today. I do a little bit, but I don't know. I felt like we're in just such a good groove, and now we're kind of have to find a new groove.
Right.
Juju's new groove.
Right. But we'll start with our groove a little bit like usual. So we still have some questions because we asked you guys 4 questions on Instagram, which we'll post a story after this where you can ask us questions where we'll answer here. And I'll also do it on TikTok as well. So we're going to answer 2 questions. We'll have a fun one and a serious one. Not really a serious one, but more deep, serious. These are a surprise to Nick. Okay.
Never heard these questions.
And
I'm not going to answer them.
Natasha Backman asked, she's a regular here, what is the most fulfilling part of being an entrepreneur? Which I think is a great question. Also,
the most fulfilling?
Yeah. And I think that it'll be a great question for what we're going to be talking about today, which is just like after the renovation process, getting into like grinding and getting events and stuff like that. But yeah, what's the most fulfilling part of being an entrepreneur?
Fulfilling specifically is a hard word. I could tell you what I love about being an entrepreneur. Right. But what kind of makes me feel really fulfilled?
Like I feel like it's also even without cash, like even without like a reward that's other than almost like money.
Jamie, pull up. No, I'm just kidding. Do you have on?
Yeah.
But
Jamie,
look up a giraffe that's fulfilled. Man, what am I most fulfilled by? Like whenever it comes to being an entrepreneur, I'd say what's kind of caught me off guard lately, I guess that I never really expected. For those of you who don't know, like I thought that I was going to be like a pastor, like I thought that I was going to be in ministry full time before doing Juju's, and kind of whenever we started this, I felt like those dreams were kind of just fizzling out. But being replaced with something else, which was really cool. So I was kind of in this weird like headspace, especially whenever we get into the season that we're going to get into of Juju's. In that season specifically, I was very conflicted internally, but lately I've really felt like not a pastor, but like a leader and a friend. Mm-hmm. I don't have to get too far into it, but I mean, Jesus' 12 disciples, they were his best friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of happening with the people that I'm surrounded by, like the people that kind of look to us as leaders, with new hires, with our current staff, with staff that's been here for a long time, or with old staff, like staff that still messages us, texts us, calls us, or hangs out with us. Like I've been gifted a really cool opportunity to have this boss, label to them, and it's seems very intimidating, but I've actually found it to be very fulfilling. Like, just getting to see people succeed in life, like even if they're not with us anymore, or just knowing that we're setting people up for success, hopefully. But kind of just like this fun journey that we're going on has just been so beautiful. Just like us playing pickleball with our staff the other day or whatever, I was just like, man, like I am so blessed to not only be doing business with my wife, but to be doing business with my friends. And in our slow seasons, our super busy seasons, like I can just look to my staff and just be like, oh, like this is why.
Yeah.
100%. So
I was going to say the same
fulfilled.
thing.
Yeah.
So our staff, that's fulfilling because again, you go into it being an entrepreneur, I think that you're like, oh, it's me by myself. I'm plowing. Like I'm, trying to get money because that's what you're trying to do as a job, right? And then you're trying to get clientele. You think of all the other things before you think of your team.
Totally.
And then
how are we even going to stay afloat?
Right.
That, yeah.
Right. And then sometimes coming up with a team and cultivating a team can be, again, like you said, like intimidating. But it's been really fulfilling for us.
Totally. And we're so picky. Like the hiring process for us, we seem very lax with our employees about it, but we are very picky with who we hire. Like we get applications all the time, and this is really just for entrepreneurs out there that are looking to start their own business. Like be picky in the beginning, like because at the end of the day, you're going to be with these people, especially in the beginning process of your business. Like you don't want to hire someone that you're babysitting, or maybe babysitting is not a good word, but someone that's a drag to you or to your business. Like you want someone that works hard, but also like sees down the road, like sees the vision, catches the vision, wants to be part of the team, like wants to go maybe out to dinner once.
Yeah, wants to go and hang out and be a part of a team and not just be a lone wolf. Yeah.
Because I cannot imagine being just us two still. Like, that was
would not
just
be
so
fun.
hard.
It wouldn't be fun.
And we were like, I know that we're plowing. And we were just like, we were struggling with money. Like we would.
And I would also say that with entrepreneurs, you might be struggling with money. You're like, I don't know if I can hire somebody. You can hire somebody because you will find the time. You'll find that you'll have more time to make more money, to figure out how to make more money. And 100%. That is the only way that you're going to grow is if you have staff, if you have a team.
And to trust the people that you do hire. Like, why hire someone if you're not going to trust them? If you're not going to trust them, then you're
not trusting your training either. So
that's also true. And so, yeah. I totally agree. Sorry.
So
message from our sponsors. I just want to thank. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, huh?
If you subscribe now and you go to this link, just kidding. I don't have anything.
So okay.
I wanted to say that since the beginning.
Second fun question. Great joke, honestly. Thanks. Second question, which is fun, is from Maggie Verlander, which she is a friend of ours. Regular, also lives over here.
She also worked with us. She designed our merch.
Oh, yeah, duh. She designed our merch. She's great. Maggie Verlander.
Which we don't have any merch, but.
If you guys could move anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you live?
Say that one more time.
If you guys could move anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you live?
If we can move anywhere?
Yeah.
Move? Oof. Amarillo, Texas.
I think we would both say
back
Amarillo.
Home.
I think we would both say back home.
Get a free meal every now and then.
We love our family a lot. And I think that this kind of goes a little deep into, I know this is supposed to be like a fun question, but when we got married, we're like, oh, we want to go do all these things and all this stuff. But we realized really quickly that home is where your people are. Like, it doesn't matter where you live because you can visit anywhere you want to. It matters where your community is. If you have a community, then you'll thrive. It doesn't matter where you live. You can be in the middle of nowhere. Our community here is amazing. That's why we love here. And then we also love our family back at home. So
yeah, I mean,
we'd probably move to Amarillo.
And
then we'd buy like 20,000 acres. Yeah, just live in the middle of nowhere.
You go back to Amarillo and you're just like, dang, like
slow.
It's slow. It took me 5 minutes to get across town. And I could work out, go to the grocery store, work out again, work out again probably. Like
hang
there's
out
just
with
so
some friends,
much time.
And then you're like, oh, it's only been 8 hours.
Whereas here it's like, shoot, if I go to the gym right now, I'm going to get there in about 15, 20 minutes. And you're just thinking about like, if I go to the grocery store, all this stuff. And it's like, well, I'm just going to go to Cane's. Like, I don't know. I just feel like.
As you can tell, that's typically how it happens.
but like, especially with the dogs, especially with kids, hopefully soon, like, there's just so many perks to living in a town like Amarillo. It's just so safe too. Like, um, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then
yeah,
a fun place.
I was gonna say if some. Yeah.
If it was a fun place, what's your fun place? Go.
I have two.
Well, I have two too. I know what you're gonna say. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Paris
Okay.
or New York.
I thought
New
you were gonna say.
Jersey.
I thought you were gonna say Minneapolis.
Oh, Minneapolis too. I'll add a third.
I would probably say Hoboken, New Jersey. Love it there.
That's where
It's so
specifically.
livable. Or Pensacola, like Pensacola, Navarre area. That's where my family lives, and I really like it over there. So
Yeah, not New York City. Scratch that. Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Hands down. I love that side of the city way, way, way more than the Brooklyn side. Obviously, maybe I haven't explored that side as much, but Hoboken is just so much more safe. And like me is from Amarillo, like I love that slower pace. I could park. I could not get robbed. I don't know. That's just how I feel, right? Like I'm probably not going to get robbed in Brooklyn, but I don't
it's
know.
a lot more family centered for sure.
In Hoboken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we ended last podcast. From my understanding, kind of like a year and a half into our renovation process. And I think right after that, like we kind of got married and all this stuff. So we're going to start really with
Maybe like our test runs.
like our test runs. Like as
Okay.
soon as we finish renovating, we're like, okay, well, we got to now open.
Yeah.
And at this time, I had just graduated. So I had graduated in December of 2021, and we had just finished. And so our first test run was in January of 2022. And our test runs were all in Amarillo because, again, we were renovating in Amarillo Canyon
Right.
area. So
And our goal with the test runs was to just get it good enough to where I could move back with you in Dallas.
right, because I started a job in January. So I
Right.
was starting a full-time job in public accounting in January, like mid-January 15th or something like that. Starting that, even though this obviously was our dream, we also had a realistic view of we had to make money in order to live. We had to pay
Totally.
bills. So that was just what we decided was I would go into public accounting
Totally.
and make some money, and then you would
Paid all of our bills.
grind
Yeah.
on doing all of it. So
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't be here today if you didn't make that corporate sacrifice to work an accounting job with that environment, very intense. I mean, I would go to sleep at 2 a.m. and you'd still be working, and then I'd wake up and you're still working at 7 a.m.
yeah.
Like, you would only sleep for like 2 hours, but you did that. And if you didn't do that, we wouldn't be here today. Like, which is super reverse. I feel like the stereotype of like the guy paying all the bills and stuff like that. But we were both like, you know what, if our goal is to get this shop going and that being our only source of income, then this is the only plausible way to do that. And that's with you doing it. So I was living back and forth between Dallas and Amarillo, more so specifically McKinney,
Right.
which is about 30 minutes north of Dallas. And so I was going back and forth.
I also want to hit this thing where our goal as a married couple, we had a goal at a certain age that we did not want to have to work anymore to pay our bills. Not that we didn't want to have to work. We didn't want to have to work in order to eat, if that makes sense. And so
Yeah.
we worked that goal backwards. How are we going to do that? And it ended up being, well, I need to make sure that we're getting our bills paid, and someone has to grind it out. Right. If you go into a job with marketing, it's not going to pay as much as me going in a job into accounting. So it was like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. And then you're going to choose to grind it
You
out.
also got insurance. You got,
Yeah.
I mean, like, there was just so much stuff. And at the end of the day, at the time, more so had the coffee knowledge of what needed to go where and how to get it
Yeah.
up and running.
Yeah. So I think also, yeah,
That's just teamwork, right?
teamwork.
That
Teamwork.
sacrifice.
Yeah. So first test run, we do, we did it in Amarillo, right? We did it in,
Man, well, we were going to do it in the parking lot near Synergy. For those of you who are listening in Amarillo, Town Square Village,
Town Square Village,
basically.
and we were gonna set up and serve. We got a nice little connection over there. Power didn't work for probably the first hour and a half, and we had like all of our friends and family there. It was so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. Like, people, we were like hyping it up on social media, like our first opening, like Juju's 2 years in the making.
Womp.
And
Womp.
then, like, we literally opened the door and we were like, guys, nothing is working. Don't know what's going on. If y'all are in a rush, you're probably going to have to leave. But, I mean...
Everybody's so cool.
I understand now what happened. Then I had no idea, and I was just tripping out, like
Right.
running back and forth and
Right.
checking everything.
There's our friends. Hi. Okay,
Dang.
sorry. I just yelled.
We literally just got dinner with them the other day.
They're so cool.
Some regulars of ours.
They're cool.
Fellow Mavs fans besides one of them
He's a Spurs fan.
is a Spurs fan.
Womp womp, Steven. Anyways.
Womp, Steven. And anyways, so yeah, I just remember that was one of the most stressful things was hyping up. And me with the marketing brain, I was like, ooh, like we really need to like hype us up. Our first opening, our first test run. We need as many people there as possible so we can get pictures, videos, whatever. And then open the doors, and I was like, guys, like nothing is working. Brewers aren't on, electricity's out. Probably something with the plumbing was going wrong too, because something was always going wrong with the plumbing. But I know now what happened. Then I didn't, but it was very cold, so we had the heater on. We had the big brewer on, which brewed like a gallon of coffee. And then we also had our espresso machine on, a grinder on, and all of this electricity on.
And a fridge. We had a fridge in
and a
there.
fridge
Commercial
on.
fridge.
All
Which
of
we
this-
still do.
Totally.
Yeah.
All of this electricity on one generator was just like not going to do it.
And we did not have a great generator at the time.
No.
And then all on one breaker. It was a lot.
Yeah, and then whenever we finally did open, people were like, "This is really good," and I was like, "Guys, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk to nobody." Like, I just felt like, in a way, our first test run made me feel like
Defeated.
more of a failure, in a way, because I was like, "Dang, like I hyped all this up and." It didn't work out, but there was such a determination in me where I was like, you know what, like I still have no other choice. I did not get a corporate job straight out of college. I did not do an internship. Like, this is going to have to work. And
We learned that we just can't run the AC or the heater on if we're going to run everything else. We got to, out of all of those things, we just have to turn off one thing. That's what we learned.
Exactly.
Very much, I don't even know what you would say. Just a little podunk in that regard, but
yeah.
anyways,
yeah.
still to this day, we cannot run all of those things at once. We just have to, we can only have 5 things rather than 6.
If we're going to turn on the AC because it's a million degrees
The
outside,
brewer
we're
has
gonna
to be
have
off.
turn on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Math.
Yeah.
Of wattages, whatever.
So then our second test run,
Same thing happened.
same thing happened, but we kind of knew a little bit more. But it was freaking freezing. I think that it was below freezing when we were serving. My hands
Yeah.
were, like frostbite. I'll never forget that. It was so cold.
And that's why that opening right there, each opening taught us something. That opening taught me that, we need stickers on all of our steaming pitchers to tell us the temperatures of the milk, because
Yes.
we were feeling the milk at the time and everybody was like, this is cold. And even my grandma was like, this is so good, just a little warmer next time. And I was like, dang it, like freaking made this chai cold for my mama. But I never would have thought, right, at the time.
Right, because
I don't
your
know.
hands are freezing, so it feels really hot in your hands, but it wasn't at all.
Yeah. So everything was a learning opportunity. And then the next opening, somebody gambled on us and was like, I'm opening up my business in Hereford, and I would love for you guys to be at the grand opening. And I was like, dude, this is huge.
It was.
And they do like they're like about to do the ribbon cutting, and that's when we're going to open. And none of the power worked. So, and you weren't there for that one. I was actually with my mom.
I was not there.
My mom worked that one with me.
I had to work.
I think I had to work.
It was like my first week of work.
And freaking, they did the ribbon cutting, and we weren't even open. Ugh, what a rip. I think back to that opening specifically, and I still get triggered.
And I wasn't there.
They were like, I still feel so bad.
It's okay. We don't have to go back. We don't have to go back.
Well, no, like they did the ribbon cutting. They had like literally 150 people there, and then they all left, but they paid us to be there too. Oh, what a rip. I'll never forget that. I think I ended up just doing it for free.
Yeah. We ended up doing it for free. I remember that.
But I was like, man, what a rip.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, but you live and you learn. Now we know electricity. So there you go.
I'm an electrician, so
I'm a plumber and an electrician and a
know everything. Yeah. Honestly, I know a crap load. But all that to say, we had all of that, and then we said, okay, he's basically living in Amarillo, and I'm basically living here in Dallas, so I can work. So we said, okay, it's just time to bring it here. I think we've kind of figured out the kinks. So Nick and his dad brought it down here. And then it was just, how can we get clients? I mean, we didn't know anybody here. We didn't know anything. We didn't know permitting. We didn't know. I mean, it was hard to get anywhere because a lot of people, every different suburb requires like a different thing. And then some people want to see your permits and some people could care less. Now we've learned that if you are for hire, that you don't have to have a permit. Obviously, like you have to be under health code, but you don't have to have a permit.
Right. Like if, say I'm having a wedding and I'm hiring this ice cream scooper, homeboy doesn't have to have a permit to scoop the people at my wedding.
Because they paid for you to be there.
Right.
But if they're like, hey, I'm going to pay you and I also want to see your permit, then you obviously have to show them a permit. Yeah. If you're like, I don't have permits, and they're like, okay.
If you're serving the general public and they're paying for say that ice cream guy was like, hey, $5 a scoop to each person, he would have to have.
Yep. If the public pays.
Yeah.
So we learned that.
Yeah, learning all that kind of in and out.
And I will say, going into the food truck scene, now, I mean, we've found some friends, but not very many people were very friendly with us.
Oh, they're all kind of mean to us.
They were that was really hard for us. Like, we would go to all sorts of food trucks, not coffee trucks, like food trucks, drink trucks, like all sorts of things, asking them questions, like trying to get in the community, and everybody was very rude to us.
Man, that was so
awful.
Tough.
And so we were like, I guess this is just how everybody acts, until we went to one event that they had us out. They just wanted us to come out and like serve the public for Mother's Day. And Fancy Sweets, she had her little truck there, and they were delicious. And she was so friendly to us, and she answered every single question we have. And I, to this day, I'm like, you're the reason that we got anywhere or that we're this far, because we could not figure out certain things. And she was like, oh, this is my connection. So Fancy Sweets, love you.
Yeah. I mean, miss those freaking sweets, man.
But she was really cool. So,
yeah.
Shout out to her.
And I mean, I just remember all up there, like north of Dallas, like driving around to every single HOA, and I would park in their parking lot, and I would either go inside and say, hey, like, I didn't even have business cards at the time, but I was just like, hey, this is our Instagram. Like, we're doing, coffee catering.
Instagram is cheap.
I will straight up, won't charge you a thing. I'll just come and sell coffee in the morning. And a lot of them said no, but We did get a few yeses and kind of developed a few regulars in terms of HOAs that we would frequent. And so that was really cool, kind of seeing our events kind of build up. And I think our first year, May 2022 to May 2023, I mean, we had already built up so many connections and
Yeah. Because
I'm super
even
proud of us.
yeah,
We also
same.
just treated people very well. I mean, we treated the HOA people well, the other food trucks well, even if they weren't very nice to us. Like we were like, no matter what, we're gonna be the brand that's just nice. Why be mean?
Yeah, because we had
Like-
just dealt with so much rudeness.
Yeah.
We were just like, I just don't want to have the same thing. I don't know.
Why be
Why
mean?
put off that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a
It's
lot.
not worth it for me either
Yeah. So
to be mean.
yeah, he just literally cold called. I would go to work every day. He would drive around, cold call, do whatever. You also at one point got a barista job too, and you
Oh,
would
yeah.
do that part time
Island Coffee.
during the day. Love them. And then I would get off work and we would do events at night. We would do events on the weekends, and then wake up and go back to work.
Totally. Our weekends were tough.
Weekends were tough.
They were fun,
Yeah.
and they're why we're here today, but they were tough. Like I can imagine for you, especially during tax season, but I mean, we would have an event early on a Saturday, like we'd have to leave our apartment in McKinney by 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took us 2 hours to have the trailer fully set up, which would mean us set up open by 7. Right.
Mhm.
And then it would take us an hour to close down, and then we'd have an event in the afternoon or the evening, and then we wouldn't get home until like 1, wake right back up for Sunday. If we didn't go to church, we're up and at 'em at 4:30 in the morning again. And
Yeah.
that season of those weekends, that was tough.
Really tough.
I think that's whenever our goal at the time was, okay, from the moment we opened the Airstream, so May 2022, 5 years from now, May 2027, we want to have a brick and mortar,
Yes.
right? And that was our goal.
That was our goal.
And so we were like, we'll just grind for 5 years, but we'll have a brick and mortar. We'll blow up on Instagram or TikTok and then have a brick and mortar.
That's a whole 2020
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah, exactly. And
Anyway.
and anyways, that was the goal, but I think really quickly we realized, actually this is not sustainable.
Not at all.
And we're not making enough money for this to be like, we would have to be open at all hours of the day to really get the money that we need. Because we were also having to pay for storage, and we were having to pay for not only trailer storage, but storage for like our cups, our lids, or whatever, because it couldn't all fit in the Airstream. And Yeah.
We were living in an apartment. It was just, there's a lot of variables that we had that we needed to reduce
totally,
in order to have this be sustainable.
totally.
And so, and we knew that very quickly. We either needed to charge a lot more or figure out something else that's more consistent. And we did not have enough experience, and we knew that to be able to charge more. And also,
we were afraid to charge more
we were very afraid to charge
because
more.
we were new. We did a lot of events for free.
Tons of events for free. And because our goal again was we just want to put our name out there. We just want to have it out there so you see it, because also our thing was I would rather be doing it for free now and making a lot more money later than like making nothing in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like it's easier to grind now than it is later.
Yeah.
That was just our mentality. It was like, it's easier to do it now than it is later, even though it's really hard right now.
Totally. Like I don't mind this sucking, because I know that I'm serving people well and that it'll pay off. Right. And I mean, I remember our event, the one with the Hotel Transylvania event.
Oh, this is a great.
This is a really cool story.
Yeah.
And it leads into something really cool, but we were always of the mentality of like, look, like even if we make $100.
Not even that.
Not even that sometimes. But even if we just make $100, like we're gonna be as positive as if we just made $5,000.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be so positive, and no matter what, because it was such a blessing for us to even be able to be in that situation, anyways. And we were also so naive.
And I think we knew that we were naive, which made us not confident in a lot of things.
Yeah. And so we had this one event. This girl was really nice, DM'd us on, I think, Facebook, and was like, hey, come out to our HOA. We usually have a really big like turnout for this movie night, outdoor movie night. And it was October, so they were watching Hotel Transylvania. Love Hotel Transylvania. Literally a masterpiece. And Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
So good.
And yeah, so we turn up to that event, and she's like, it's going to be a really big turnout. And I was like, okay, like I'm really excited. The screen looked huge, and there were already people camped out there like an hour before the movie started. And those people that were camped out there were the only people that showed up.
Yeah.
There were only like 10 people that showed up to this event.
Yeah.
And we were just like, dang. And we
she had there was like other food trucks there. They had served some people and then they had left. And we stayed because we were like, we'll just eat the tacos from the taco truck and watch the movie, because we were like, we have nothing else to do.
Well, we debated on leaving a little bit. We were like, should we? Like,
yeah,
we've already served all the drinks that we're going to, but we were just like, no, exactly like you said, we'll eat tacos and just watch the movie.
We'll just eat tacos and hang out. And that's what we did. And to give you context, we made $31 that night. $31. And
for 2 hours of setup, 4 hours of prep, 2.5 hours of service, and an hour to tear down, and an hour to drive home.
Yeah.
Like a full 8-hour day for $32, $31.
Yeah. We were like, okay, well, that's fine. We were really like, I mean, there's nothing else for us to do. We were just like, well, let's do this. It's fine. And we're sitting there, and the gal that had booked us, she came up, she apologized over and over again, and we were like, it's not a big deal at all. Like,
no,
whatever.
Not worth it to be mad at her or anything either.
What do you do? And she said, well, I'm actually the GM of Toyota Stadium for the
FC Dallas.
FC Dallas. I almost said F1 Dallas. FC Dallas. And I would love to have you guys come out.
She was like, in 2 weeks from now is the She Believes Cup.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Yeah, like the U.S. women's soccer team, I think, versus Brazil.
Yes.
And we were like, yo, what?
And we didn't really understand. We thought that it was really cool, but it was a lot cooler than we were expecting.
Man.
It was really cool. We did not realize we were going to be... Anyways, we signed up. We said, yes, we'll do it, of course. And so we showed up. We were in the stadium. Like the trucks or the vendors that she would have out were in the stadium. So our first event with her was the She Believes Cup in the Toyota Stadium. Megan Rapinoe.
Cool. Megan Rapinoe.
Amber. Is it Amber? I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. I've been forgetting things all week.
I thought it was like Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan. Sorry,
Morgan.
Amber Morgan. Alex Morgan.
And like all these like big like women sports people, and I was like, yo, this is wild. And that ended up being a regular thing for us. But what was so cool, and I'll be a little bit vulnerable about our numbers, but like we went to making like 150 to, I think our busiest event was like $300. I think that wasn't a big city event, right? Like Christmas on Main Street in Frisco was like a busy event. Like the Christmas tree lighting, anything Christmas, we made a lot of money, like $1,500. Which for us, we were like, sheesh, that's a lot of money. But this FC Dallas was a regular thing, either weekly or bi-weekly, where we were making probably like $3,000.
$3,000 an event,
but
or $3,000 a game.
We did have to pay like 40%.
We paid 33%.
Oh, 33%.
33%. So
that was tough.
So if you ever go to a stadium and you're like, why is this so expensive? It's because the vendors have to pay the stadium probably a third of their sales.
Yeah.
So they have to raise the price anyways because you have to make your margin and you have to make profit. So,
but though FC Dallas, I mean, that was tough, but it was really, really cool. Like, you'd get flooded at halftime. I mean, a line like that will never end. I get PTSD, I think, thinking from that.
Same.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's trauma for me. But that was really fun. That was whenever we first ever hired people. Like, we hired like Eastside, Natalia.
We hired our friends. We just hired our friends. We were like, "Can you come out tonight?
Yeah.
Can you help me tonight?" And they're probably traumatized too.
No, they're like, "Yo, do you want to hang out on Saturday night?" And we're like, we're working the FC Dallas event, and they're like, "Well, can I work it with you?" So that was really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that was cool.
Alexis and Hannah, I think we served a lot of events with them.
They're goated.
And I have a lot of sweet memories of like setting up and stuff, but I know that I reached a level of like anxiety like never before. Like, I think that was when I was like, dude, I am anxious. Like, setting up for those events and knowing that halftime crowd was coming, but it was just such a blessing regardless. But
you make a lot of money, but you learn a lot that you have to be able to serve. You make all your money at halftime. That is where you make your money. So it's how many cups of coffee can I pump out in 20 minutes? It's 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. How much? Because as soon as the whistle goes off, as the whatever goes off, everyone just disperses and goes back to their seat.
yeah,
Even if it's not a competitive game, it's just, don't care for coffee anymore. Don't care for corn dogs anymore because the game's back on. I'm just here just to do something.
yeah,
And so we learned that really quickly. Okay, well, doing lattes and stuff like that is a lot slower than batching. And so we made sure that we batched a whole lot of hot chocolate like no other.
probably like 30
and
gallons
drip.
of hot chocolate and 30 gallons of drip.
Yeah, which is a wild amount. And we would serve that.
But we realized too that our espresso machine literally couldn't keep up. Like, it would literally die out midway through service, and then we'd have to be like, our espresso machine's broken, and then you see half the people leave and you're like, all right. But yeah, it was fun.
We were doing it, which this might be embarrassing. We were doing it on a one group.
Yeah.
Which
means
is
one espresso.
one espresso head.
Yeah.
We were serving like a freak ton of people.
Yeah, so we'd have like 50 drinks, and I have to wait 30 seconds for each shot to pull. But anyways, like, that was really cool. In the middle of all that, I was kind of also thinking this is still unsustainable, even if we are making a little bit more money. Like, I think we ended May to December, so 2022. Like, I think we ended the year around, like, money wise,
Oh, I would have to look it up.
I think
have no-
19,000, which for me was like, this is just not either sustainable or like, no. I think at the time I was like, shoot, $19,000.
We were very much like,
was
holy
like,
crap.
Holy crap. But then slowly realizing like that this is actually not enough. But we're also still starting. I think if we would have just had Juju's alone, I think we could have actually sustained it to something. But about October, November time, I had a gal come up to me at church one day because I was really like discouraged about Juju's because I was both really tired, and I think October was like a slower time anyways. And she was like, hey, look, I believe that somebody's going to offer you a shop.
Yeah.
And you need to take it.
Like, I've been praying for you guys.
Yeah.
And I just like had this thing, and she was inspired also by Fernie's.
Yeah.
Fernie's is it used to be. It was like a plant shop that Joanna Gaines had at her silos, but it was her sister that ran it. And so she said, I feel like it's going to be the same situation. Like, this person is going to have this place for you and just offer it to you, and you need to take it. And we trust this girl. She's like one of our, like, not elders, but I mean, that's how we feel about her. Like, we respect her so much. And we were like, okay.
Yeah.
And
And for me in my brain, I was like, thanks, but like we're actually looking 5 years down the road to have a shop.
right.
Right. Like
But we also didn't know what it meant, but we were like, okay,
maybe I was like, well, 5 years from now, maybe. But
yeah.
um,
And
yeah, and
3 weeks later.
yeah, 3 weeks later, I get a call from a guy that I've never heard of, and he's like, "Hey, I'm the owner of so and so coffee shop in the Lakewood area. I know you through so and so and so and so, so like a friend of a friend of a friend, and I hear that you have a Coffee Airstream that's kind of doing a little bit good, and that you're young." Well, we opened in 1971. We were the first coffee shop in Texas, and we don't have the energy anymore, and we're looking for a buyer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, I would love for you to come look at this space. You and one other guy, y'all are the only ones that know that we're wanting to sell. The other guy was from California, so I was a little intimidated because at the time California was kind of taking over Texas.
And they have a lot more money.
And they have a lot more money. And so I was a little scared, but I was like, okay, maybe this is what she was talking about. This guy offering me a space. I was like, Lord, but if this is you, like I need it to be crystal clear and evident. Like I need it to be so clear. And so I just remembered praying.
Yeah.
I just remembered us praying, and we were like, half price. Because he was asking.
Because we knew the price, and we needed it to be, that was nowhere anything. We needed to literally be half price.
Yeah. And the price that he gave us was cheap, but I was like, I need it to be half. And
I need it to be even cheaper.
we come and we pull up, or I pull up because I think
was
that
at
you were
work.
at work. And I tried to act like I know what I was doing in that business meeting. I was like, hey, whatever. But I was like so scared because at the time I was 22, right?
Yep.
So I was like, frick, I should not be in this situation. I'm really nervous. And I think I was like, hey, look, you're young, and I was once like you, and my family, we owned this big grocery store, and then we came and we owned this, and a lot of people in this neighborhood, they love coffee, and we roast on that roaster right there, which we actually roast on today. And he was like, I'm asking, should I say the price or no?
No, you don't have to say
Okay.
the price.
But I was like, he's like, no. This is how the conversation went. I was like, well, what are you asking? Right? Because that's what your dad told me to ask.
Yeah.
Well, what are you asking? And he was like, well, I'm asking this much. And I was like, all right. And your dad basically told me to negotiate a little bit. And as I was about to negotiate, which I did not have, the pizzazz to, I don't know how to say that. To negotiate.
The confidence.
The confidence, yeah.
The courage.
The courage. And he was like, look, I know that might be a lot of money for you right now, but I would be willing to do it for half price.
Yeah.
And I think that his health wasn't doing good at the time too. So it was just like perfect timing where I was like, yo, we were literally asking God for half price.
Yeah.
And this dude straight up said, I would be willing to do half price for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. And
so right after that meeting, you just basically said, let's do it. Right after that meeting, he called me. We were about to go to the Airstream because he had an event that night. And I go straight to the Airstream, and he goes there. No, we didn't have an event. We had an event the next day, and we needed to wash.
For it.
Yeah, and then we had to wash Otis. And we both show up, and he looks at me, and he was like, well, I mean, we can't. Honestly, he was just like, I feel like if we say no, it's like almost being disobedient.
Yeah.
At that point, because it was like, it is very clear that it is. We need to take
divine,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like, our 5-year plan was now taking place. We closed on the shop November of 22. So we opened May of 22. We closed on the shop November of 22.
Yeah.
And I thought we'd be open by Christmas, but we weren't. But
that's
we ended up, opening May of 23, which took a little while, but man, I just think back to that season of that Airstream alone, right? I think back to the renovation season, that being so hard, but then also to the season of us opening the Airstream and us doing those events, but us being like, you know what, like no matter what, no matter how hard this is, like one, we're going to have fun, but two, like we're going to treat people well,
Right.
no matter what. 'Cause those are our values. And had we not done that, we definitely wouldn't be here today, because FC Dallas is what helped us actually pay rent for this space
While we were not open.
while we were not open for 6 months.
And we were not open because
Yeah.
we were renovating here
Yeah. And so,
because it was turnkey and there was a lot going on. So
Yeah.
we just had to get a lot of things out and permits and all sorts of stuff. So yeah,
yeah, I mean,
it was crazy.
crazy. I think we should stop there,
Yeah, I agree.
the story. But
That's my handshake. Stop there.
stop there. But what a journey. And guys, like, there's so many details that we could have gone into in the Airstream process of us being open, things that we learned. If you have questions about those things specifically, please Instagram DM us, or I think TikTok DM us, maybe,
Yeah, you can
possibly.
We're learning TikTok.
We're learning
so
TikTok.
message us on TikTok.
The Tiki Talkies. And or email us, contact@jujuscoffee.com. I would seriously love to give you any insight that I can on like opening up your own cart, trailer, whatever, because it is not clear or easy. But yeah,
And our quote always is, if it was easy, then everybody would do it.
Yeah.
So I will also say that.
Yeah.
It's always just going to be hard, but if we can help in any sort of way by answering your questions, that'd be cool.
agree.
Yeah. Let's end
But-
it there. Okay.
guys, thank you for listening today. And I'm glad to be back.
Good to be back.
I know it's been a while, and we're kind of going to get back into a groove in terms of our podcast flow. And I'm excited to do that too.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for listening.
thanks to our sponsors. Anyways.
Oh my God. Let's
What?
dink. You want to dink?
Yeah.
Dink.